But just want to get some tunes going here for all my aliens, apes, and zombies. I'm going to invite a couple of my friends up. Thanks for starting off listening. Matan, if you want to come up on Spaces and be a speaker or a co-host, that'd be cool. I'm going to play some tunes as this fills in. Cool. I'm going to play some tunes to get us warmed up here. This was actually created by I Am Six. Yeah, he made some tunes for me, so we're just going to play it.
In the Novoverse. Novoverse. We are in the Novoverse. Novoverse. We in the Novoverse. We in the Novoverse. We in the Novoverse. In the Novoverse. It's lit in the Novoverse. In the Novoverse. NFTs in the Novoverse. The Novoverse. We are in the Novoverse. Novoverse. We are in the Novoverse. Novoverse.
All right, welcome all my aliens, apes, and zombies. I'm actually driving around Decentraland, which is the Novoverse, and we have live streaming going on in Decentraland. We are also linked in on Spaces as well. If you look up in the top pinned tweet on our Spaces, in there you can filter an NFT. Paris Hilton is playing live action. What we're talking about and actually visualizing here today. So I'm going to take a screenshot so I can get some tweets out later on when Bapoverse is coming up to talk. And that's what we're talking about here on this Monster Monday. It is 9 a.m. Central Time in the States, but I know overseas it's 5 p.m. And this is an international talk. This is an international NFTs. And it's really having friends and family. Art Jedi, good to have you tuning in. I generally don't get to tune in on these days because I'm usually working right now. But on Mondays, you might hear the kids running around in the background here because they are at home. And so that's all part of it. Inviting come up to speak. So feel free to come in. How it's set up here is you might not hear Adan or Matan speak because they're going to be speaking through the computer because it's actually being simulcasted as well, Spaces. So if you look on Paris Hilton and if you feel kind of crypto Novo as well, you know, visualize what we are hearing because we are playing video content with this. So if you don't hear the faces pop up here, you can go to the Mepoverse right up there. I'm looking at it right now, and you guys are streaming it live. So props for your technological advances of following the proper instructions to get this spider web out there to run into the space that wants to hear about Mepoverse. And the whole thing of it is guys on, I haven't done my due diligence yet to see the last time you guys were on because I was going to link in here as well. But you guys were on talking about this, and I just love keeping track of what is happening in the space because you guys are following through with what you set up with the last time we talked. And that's what I love seeing is documenting what we're doing in the space and seeing how far we are coming in this space. So without further ado, co-founder, if you want to start off and chat about it, or if you want to pass it off to Matan, because I see that you're linking in on the phone here, so you can become a speaker up here on the top of Spaces. But multitasking coming up to Mint Day. The Mint Day is coming up soon. How about you guys do some chatting? I'm going to pin some things here on top of the Spaces so we can get people's fingers pointed in the right direction here.
Okay.
Matan, how about we talk about what we got going on and your aspect of Bapoverse?
What I'm doing in Bopoverse?
Correct. A little bit about yourself in case people haven't seen you or know your role within the community.
Okay, so I'm Matan. As everybody know me, it's Matan D. I'm one of the co-founders of Bopoverse. And also I'm the one who managed the community at the moment and created and one of the creator of the Bopoverse. And already, if all of community members already know that we are brothers also, me and Idan, and we have a long partnership and we work on several things. My experience is startups, e-commerce, managing, and project management. That I go to study this thing, and now I'm just part of the Bopoverse that one of these guys that want to make a big change in the world. So nice to meet you all.
Yes, and when he means brother, like sometimes in the States, like, hey, what's going on? Like you guys are like you guys are you guys have spent a lot of time together, and with that, you're able to symbolize what the Bapoverse NFT is. You maybe want to talk about a little bit of the symbolization of what you guys are have accomplished with, I love what you're trying to accomplish here because little than me, I was a teacher, a physical education teacher. I've seen the whole realm of thank you. So I saw the whole wide realm of what happens within the social hierarchy, within school systems, within kids, within adults even, and what happens. And sometimes within that, just based on everyone is different. That's why I always start off my shows welcoming all my aliens, apes, and zombies, because that is everyone, and I want everyone to be a part of it. And what you guys are doing with your NFT project and what you're trying to symbolize is perfect. It's an equality, it's an even playing ground for anyone who wants to come into the space, but so that it's not your typical stick figure NFT project. It's not your typical animal NFT project. Tell us a little bit about the symbolization, and maybe that can branch into like why you started Bapoverse.
Hi guys, you hear me?
Yes. Can you mute yourself on Spaces, and then you'll just talk right through
In the Spaces. Okay.
Yes, on your phone. So just put mute on Spaces on your phone, and then you'll talk through here. It'll come through on my speaker, so everyone's gonna in Spaces to see Crypto Novo talking the entire time.
Okay.
Because we're simulcasting in the metaverse, and we are also. You can go on Bapoverse. You can go on Crypto Novo, all those Twitter handles, and watch this live. All right, go for it, my friend.
So great to be here again. I'm very excited. You hear me good now?
Yeah, you're perfect. Solid.
Thank you, Crypto Novo, for the opportunity again, man. So I want to tell a little bit about myself. I'm hearing myself twice. 1 minute.
No problem. Take it out. Handle it on yourself. You should be good. If you want to plug your listening from Spaces and just talk right through your computer, it'd be great. Right now, I'm dancing live, simulcasting in in the Decentraland 2369. If you have a Decentraland account, feel free to hop in there. You can listen to this and watch
moves.
Some of the technology that is being showcased in the space and is brought to you by the like-minded individuals who are helping me stream and create this content out there. So, thank you two for, creating the content, creating, a layer of community for your community members and my community members, which I'm part of your community as well.
Yeah, that's right, man. Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear us, guys?
Go for it.
Bro, it's amazing.
I can hear him fine.
Definitely, we will do. We already talked about, go inside the central end, and we will take care of this after the mint.
Beautiful. You guys got what? Talk about the mint. Tell us a little bit about why you guys wanted to create this, and bring us up to speed with what is happening with the mint, which is happening in a couple of days.
You hear me good now, guys?
Perfect. Yes, I'm hearing you loud and clear.
Yes, Dan, you can.
So,
yeah.
Okay, cool. So actually, it's all happened when I was a little child. You hear me, guys?
I think you're delayed. You should be listening right on the computer, not through Spaces. Are you listening in right on the computer here?
You hear me good, guys? Because I'm hearing late.
So, Matan, maybe you drive. Danny, yes, we are hearing you.
Yeah. Dan will join us.
You should be listening to us just on the computer, not through Spaces at all. So maybe there's a lag in yours.
I will continue. Ask me again the question, and we'll continue. Okay?
Sure, yeah. Just a little bit about the origin story of why you guys wanted to create Bepoverse. And then also bring us maybe what's happening with the minting that is coming in just a few short days, almost hours for you guys.
So first of all, we are very exciting. The minting date is September 8th, and we are very, very exciting about it. And we appreciate that you let us talk in here and come and say what we are doing, what is our agenda and our project. And all this began as me, Dan, and Sean. We are three obese brothers. Now I'm not look like this because people maybe can influence me in the past, but we were obese child that people always bullying them and always talk about how do you look, about our bodies, about it's not how the society regular to see us. But actually, we can manage those things as a young people, And now when we have all this social media and all these eating disorders out there, that this social media causing because people are really looking to be something that really close to perfection, and it's really hard, I think. And it causes to a really huge problem of death. Every 52 minutes, 2 minutes,
Every
someone
52 minutes,
and it's a big problem. I think it's very hard, because a lot of kids are involved in this. They're too young to feel those emotions and those feelings. And we think on the Web3 we can change it all. This is what we're aiming to do with our entertainment brand, that aiming to empower people on the metaverse.
Exactly, Matan. Thank you. You hear me now, good, guys?
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, perfectly, bro.
We got it. So that's what it is.
For rating.
It was a passion project, between brothers, between family members, to help other family members with, honest things that happen within everyone's life. Is bullying, is being called out for maybe looking a little different. Look at me. I walk around as a crypto punk with a tassel hat, sunglasses. I'm an avatar behind it because people like different things nowadays. Like 10, 15 years ago, you'd always get called out for being different. But nowadays, different is cool. That's why you see a lot of famous people, they look maybe a little bit different. If it's a hair color, if it's the clothing they wear, if it's...
They want to embrace these differences,
because that's what makes us unique, and that's what's cool, and that's what we get to show off now, where it's not a cookie cutter where you have to be the same suit and tie and the same job at the same place and the same blah blah blah. That's just boring. And I see it now in
the old world.
You're right. And I see it now in my kids and what they watch and what they're attracted to. It's not the typical on the same station. It's what's new, what's cool, what's out there. the 1 in a million type of things, bottle flipping, trying to land it on a cap, and
Yeah.
just stuff like that. Just fun, cool things where you get to express cool things that almost anyone can do. And right now in the NFT space, anyone can join a club, a community with like-minded individuals. And that's what we're seeing a lot in the space, is people getting into these clubs, these networks of things. I see, Art Jedi here, and she is one of those main networkers of creating that power hour of networking team, where she has like-minded individuals come around and talk about it. So that's the exact same thing that you guys are doing, but in the sense of helping others explore options. Now, you talked about more of a negative side of it at one aspect, where people do fall to their own devices and their lives because they are being bullied and picked on, but they don't have outlets. Some schools have outlets, some areas have outlets, but now a lot of families have to have both mom and dad working 2 jobs and aren't around for the kids. So a way to express yourself and a way to get into a community is a way to be free. Maybe let's talk a little bit about that. Hashtag free to be.
Yeah, crypto, crypto novo. So actually, free to be is the meaning that you are free to be your best self. What I mean is that the Web3 and the metaverse give us a limitless, boardless to be whatever we want to be. Look at you. You are sitting here with your beautiful avatar. You are free to be whoever you want without judgment. I even don't know how you look, but I feel so much deep connection to you as a friend, as a good person. Web3 is giving us the option of limitless. And this is what we are offering inside Bopoverse. Bopoverse is a place where you feel safe. You can be whatever you want, without judgment, without the fear that someone will judge your appeal, or how do you look, or how you talk. So this is the meaning of free to be for us as a brand.
I love it. Toss those hearts up there. Free to be as a brand. I love it because you're free to be who you want. And you guys have established that within your guys' Discord. Holy cow, I'm just scrolling down for how many people are actually listening into this Twitter Spaces. Thank you, man. You guys are bringing a hell of a community. I'm sitting here clicking buttons away here. I'm clicking buttons. If you look at the top, we have the Monster Monday up there. I'm also going to pin a couple things up there because you can get on the pre-mint, the mint list for coming up in 2 days. You guys have a bulk of stuff that you're treading through, and it does take a team and it does take a thing. What is unique about Bopoverse than other projects? We obviously know you're free to be, but maybe some roadmap tidbits that show some uniqueness and some separation between the utility that you guys are driving towards your community members and into the Bopoverse here, because your guys' website here is strong. There's lots of awesome content in there. You talk about the tokenomics with BPV, tongue twister. I can't believe I spit that out. And then your roadmap, where you're just constantly checking things off. It's like check off. And also, I hate to cut off.
Yeah, this is
to be announced for a roadmap is perfectly fine, because you don't want to promise an exact date, because this market moves, changes so much. You might come across new technology. You might come across a new frontier. So right. Maybe a little bit about what makes your projects using the roadmap very unique here.
Yeah, thank you for saying that, because we put a lot of thinking and efforts to bring real roadmap that will eventually we will accomplish all the tasks that we put to ourselves. So the difference between Bopoverse to other projects is that we are acting as a company, as a startup company, and not just a project that producing JPEGs. We actually building entertainment brand in Web3 that aiming to be a leading brand in the ocean
The
of
industry.
body positivity and fight cyberbullying, okay? To fight the cyberbullying and eventually help people with the mental health, the second mental health in the world, eating disorders. We want to prevent this eventually and bring positivity to people. This is how we see ourselves as a brand, and eventually the NFTs that you are seeing in our art is intellectual property of the company, and those NFTs are going to be part of our cultural assets that we are going to produce very soon. The first one will be the first edition of Bopoverse comic book. The NFTs is going to be the stars inside our comic book. And our revenue model for the holders is very, very smart because we are using blockchain technology to optimize revenues for holders. And how we are doing this is a special way. What I mean is that your NFT that you are purchasing in this in September 8th in our upcoming mint can be part of our comic book that we are going to launch worldwide with the famous comic artists, and we're going to launch a massive marketing campaign on it, of course. And eventually, we are going to develop. We are developing it right now. A marketplace where we are going to sell Bopoverse merchandise. Now, every merchandise is going to have a design with our NFTs. So, CryptoNovo, if you are holding, you are part of the community, your NFT is going to be on the merchandise, and this merchandise is sold in our marketplace. You are going to get a share from the revenues automatically to your wallet. Our blockchain technology is identifying which NFT is on the merchandise, and the owner of the NFT is getting portion from this sale. And this is something amazing because it involves the community, okay, inside the brand. So our responsibility as a community is to hype the project, make it famous in the world, because eventually, as an holder, you want that we will sell a lot of merchandise, so you will get a portion from those revenue sales, man. So this is
I love it.
a really different project.
That's utility right there. And tidbits that I can pull from that. I know that model a little bit. I'm an ad squad holder where they give you parts of the merchandise that gets sold. So now, not only that, you have an advertising platform within a comic book, which I love. And when we talk about these things, like the first thing I do, and you guys well know this because you guys have been on my stream before, is like, I love doing these things because it's live business. And I'm going to pull this up live action right now in the Novoverse right here. I'm at the main entrance right here. I have a screen.
Let's go.
And in this screen right here, you can play things. And one thing that we can play is maybe a live reading of the comic book. So we can come in here in the Novoverse, take the elevator up to the second floor, run over to the, oh, look who's on it. You guys are on it. But that's where we can play. That's where we can play our comic book reading. Listen to it, read it, play along with it, and almost have a stage right here where we can act it out. And there's a meta view billboard.
Write it down.
We can
write
put
it down, CryptoNovo. Write it down.
That
the first reading of the comic book of Bopoverse will be in the second floor of the Novoverse.
And this is how we can bridge it to the community once again. So community members, listen up. This is live added utility. All right, tons of utility I'm adding right here. Look on the top pinned tweets. I'm going to give anyone who wants one a free Decentraland wearable just in today. Bada boom, bada bing. I'm wearing a tracksuit that I wore NFT NYC on the stage of Radio City Music Hall, one of the most famous stages in the world, where I presented in front of my friends, with my friends, about
You dropped the mic.
And I mic dropped the heck out of that. So all I need is just a wallet address so I can send you some wearables. The next one, if you slide over, the minting date on September 8th, They have granted me 77 early whitelist opportunities. You can get in there. You can get all through there in Novoverse. The next one I have over there is live in the Novoverse, Decentraland plot 2369, with all three of the people who are presenting today, or actually two of the people and the main website. And then the last one, if you're just tuning into the spaces, if you go on Paris Shilton NFT, if you go on Crypto Novo's Twitter handle, anyone who's talking right now's Twitter handle, you can watch all of this live. So the spaces is actually being watched live, recorded live. Why? Because they are 2 steps ahead of the game, and they know what they're doing to add utility to their NFT project and their community members. Comic books, how does that relate? Well, that gets given back to the community because now you get the physical apparel, and that physical apparel, who knows, maybe that can show up in the Novoverse real easily. All right. And from that, we have comic book readings. We have a platform to do that on. And those comic books, people are comic book collectors, including Crypto Novo himself right here. So those comic books, they're again added utility space. Man, I'm getting fired up and excited because I haven't touched in with you guys in a while. I actually just touched in with the roadmap before you guys coming on earlier this week. Tell us more. Is there any other tidbits that we need to look at? If not, we can go on to the next question. If you want to talk about the cost of the NFT or what the people will be getting for holding the NFT, or you just want to talk about how came about the creation of the NFT figures themselves, as their attributes, their style, body types.
So actually, I will talk about the price because I think it's very interesting issue these days.
I'm glad you said that because I didn't want to tiptoe around it. It was a question that you guys actually had presented in there. People don't talk about price, and sometimes price is based on market value, based on where we are in the space. And it's also, hello, people listening, it's based on the utility you get. You know, sometimes you get things for free. I'm going to give away a free wearables. The utility you get to run around in Decentraland and have fun with it. The utility when you actually purchase into something, there again, none of this is financial advice, but think of it as like your group. It's your community. It's no different than being in a car club and showing off your hot rod at the local hot dog spot. That's what we do in Chicago a lot. Or it's no different than joining a country club if you can fit that mold and being able to play a sport that you like. It's no different than going to your local restaurant and having your morning cup of coffee. It's different entry points. Maybe the entry point is a cup of coffee when you're meeting your friends at a McDonald's or a local restaurant. Or maybe the entry point is some a project that's going to get you something. But remember, there's tokenomics behind this. So I'm glad that you're approaching this and talking about price and price points. So what do you got for us?
So a lot of projects this time, from the bear market, because of the bear market, release project for free. But in our project, actually, we are not going to sell in the mint day for free our NFT, and I will explain why. We are building this company for 10 months already, and we put a lot of effort to take the idea of body positivity and fighting cyberbullying to an actual brand, and this is take efforts and time. And we have a big team that's working on it, 24 hours a day, really putting a lot of efforts to build this next entertainment brand in Web3. And eventually the art in the process, you are going to buy a real art that we produced, actual action figure that has multiple traits, outfits, body skins, rarity levels, and you won't find it anywhere. I right now will share my screen. I want to show you a few sneak peek that we already have released. You see my screen, guys?
Yes. Before I pull it up, I just want to make sure you don't have any tabs open. You don't want to share publicly. It looks pretty clean on my end. So you are up and live now. All right. Okay. You're good to go, my friend.
You see the NFT?
Beautiful. I love it.
Amazing.
So you need to see the art. The art is amazing. The traits are amazing. And I can tell you that gaming companies are talking with us right now because We actually invented the first plus size, curvy action figure warrior in the world. So this is something that is very groundbreaking art, and you can have this amazing art that is no other art like this in the world. And eventually this is something that costs money to invest. If you want to get something good, something that have a real art and IP inside, so eventually this is costing money. And I want to talk us about why we need the money.
Can I pause you right there before we get into the aspects of money of it? One thing that people don't realize, it's the full body. It's a full body whatever picture. It's not just the busting up. It's not just head. I mean, you're head to toe to shoes to shoelaces. I don't know if they have like wingmen and women around them, like creatures around them, side traits. Like it's not
some of them.
Yeah. It's just not taking an animal's picture from their shoulders and up and modifying it that way. I'm sorry to interrupt, but it's something that it always goes overlooked in the space. And then when you're going to apply it to video games, when you apply it to comic books, when you apply it to apparel, like you don't have to worry about going back and recreating what the lower body or lower extremities are going to look like. And
that was our strategy. This was our
always
strategy.
Say plus size. Yeah, these just look like normal figures to me. I live in Chicago, and that's what a normal figure would look like in Chicago. Summer, winter, whatever it may be. So that's
plus size is something. It's size 14 and above. So it can be someone that is very big and someone that is a little bit lower. But we took it's size 18. I think so. This is the what we inspired when we create avatars. And you're right, man. Actually, this is a full size, and we have a full strategy why we created. We worked more than 600 hours to create those avatars. Why? Because we want to enter to the Decentraland or Sandbox and places like this, and we want to create, a full body that people can enjoy their NFT inside the metaverse. And this is what we thought. And our strategy is that, gaming companies right now, we are talking with a big gaming company from California that is very interested in our brand. So it's very exciting to know that a project like ours that only costs 0.2 ETH, you can get so much from being a holder of our project. And eventually you're buying something, digital asset that is part of a company that want to grow and be a big entertainment brand very, very soon. And the community will help us to do it. So, our community is very big. We have you, we have Six. You're an investor in the NFT world. We have Six that is a producer and also, crypto enthusiastic. We have a gaming entrepreneur that make a big exit and sold his company. We have a PR friend that has a marketing PR. We have blockchain experts inside our community. We have business developers. So being part of Bopoverse is being part of a diversified community that contribute each other. We have also venture capital people that can help to startups and companies, to find. You can find opportunities with them. You can talk with them. So being part of Bopoverse is really, really amazing. We have the community side that can help each other to grow. And we have the intellectual property. We are going to produce cultural assets. And we are bringing new economy with our marketplace that you can earn profit from every sale of the merchandise. And of course, our token BPV that is going to be part of our gaming arena inside our platform that is going to be launched very soon after the mint. So it's really amazing project, and I think that you get the most that you can from any project out there.
I love it. I like it. Is it kind of like validating having, the larger video game companies come to you? Don't put me on the list, but other people like Six and other people coming to you. Your hard work does pay off, and it is a process, and it's actually like a family, like a blood family thing too. So like you talked about the work that you put into it, and it's important to know that like people who create these NFT projects, like this is their income, their hard work. This is what pays their bills. This is what keeps them in the NFT space. So like having entry points, like it helps them their bottom line to stuff and to drive the narrative, because they are in charge of thousands, tens of thousands of people in their community. And I'm seeing, man, such healthy numbers in this spaces. Thank you guys very much. I mean, first of all, I'm going to give some love to you guys, but feel free to toss any emojis that you can in spaces right here for what they are accomplishing. So you choose to do body positivity as a social agenda. And I love, because a lot of people's agenda is like, cool, let's throw a huge party. Cool, let's line our pockets with gold. Like, but you guys choosing a social agenda, and that's a reason why I really made the jump out of being a teacher and getting into this space for myself personally, is the systematic change that you can have and occur. And this can be a shelter. And even if it changes one person or helps one person or gives one person an outlet saying, hey, you know what? I never had a group I can associate with because maybe I am a little bit larger than compared to the next to me, and people point, well, you know what? Screw that. Those are just people who are unsettled and they can't deal with their emotions properly. So they have to express it with verbal communications. And sometimes it's pointing and laughing or making a judgment, but they don't know that person. And if they generally get to talk to someone, then generally you get to see what they're about. And 90% of people are good people. It's just the 10% you hear about on the news all the time that unfortunately drives the poor narratives and a lot of things that we're subject to. So, you know what, just be a good person next to you. But you guys are trying to do that, is create a social agenda for change to find good people and link them together.
Exactly, man. And you know that when you're holding our NFTs, actually you making an impact also, because as an individual, it's very hard to change things in the world, and to be part of a community that is our social agenda is to attack this problem, and bring more positive content to the web and to the social media. So you are impacting too. So because of this, our NFT is a status symbol in the world for body positivity and the fight against cyberbullying, because we are not just talking. We are going to donate 5% from the mint revenues to charities. And inside our DAO, you can vote for which charity you want that the money will go. And of course, the majority of the voting will decide where the monies go. And moreover, every year, from 5% from our yearly royalties income, we are going to donate again, because we are not just talking. We are doing a real change, and it can become a lot of money for people. And this is how we can empower other people, directly with money. And we have the social aspect that a lot of celebrities and people from the industry are joining in. And every day more people know us, more people see our project and connect, because everyone has someone, maybe yourself got bullied, maybe your brother, sister, aunt, someone that a friend of you, someone that got bullied. And this is something that we can change eventually and bring more positivity to the world. So being a Popovers holder mean all the things that I say right now, man.
I love it. And that's what you can do, is create that change. Please look at the top. You have the how you can mint. All right. We got to get in there. You got to get yourself aligned in there. my Twitter handle account. If you just scroll down a little bit, I think it's one of the first ones I have up there. You can join the whitelist. They gave me 77 opportunities for my friends to get in there. And then also on the top, we have 4 days remaining. You can save your spot. There's pre-mint XYZ, and then it's Bopoverse hyphen official. You guys can click on that. I mean, it's up there. Man, you guys get so many retweets and quotes and likes. Jeepers. You guys have a fat community. Hashtags are out there as well. Cyberbullying. Make sure that you're hitting up those hashtags so we can create this live as a community. On the spaces in the lower right, there's a purple pill where you can actually type in any questions that you want possibly asked within there. Or if you're listening, watching on Twitter, on Twitch, on YouTube, you type any of that stuff in there, it pops up in chat so we can get all my aliens, apes, and zombies questions asked here. Again, not to financial advice on any of that. How can a holder profit from their NFTs? Now, general question. This can also be maybe linked into future tokenomics, but a valid question here. So how can a person make profits in their NFTs?
So actually, this is a good question, and I will answer it in 2 ways. The first way that I talked earlier, we are developing a blockchain marketplace where we are going to sell merchandise of Bopoverse, and all of the designs in the merchandise store is inspired by our NFTs. Those NFTs are going to be part of our first edition of comics, so it's going to be very famous comic book very, very soon, and people going to buy merchandise, and you have the opportunity to be on the merchandise design. And when sale is occur on the website, our technology knows exactly which NFT holder's design is on the merchandise, and portion from the sale is going automatically to the holder. This is one way to make revenues from your NFT. And second one is the ideation, and this is not a financial advice, but I want you to understand something. When you are buying NFT of a company like of a brand, a new brand in the world, as the brand grows and produce cultural asset like comic book and upcoming online series that we are going to produce, we will get more fans and more famous in the world. So eventually, and this is not a financial advice, probably what is going to happen is our NFT will be, more famous in the world, and more people want to buy it. So it will cause to a situation that there is only 7,777 NFTs, and there is millions of people that want to acquire those NFTs. So you need to make the calculation. 1 + 1 equal to 2. And eventually, this is our planning to the brand and how to bring value to the holders.
That's right. You got to amplify and communicate all that to the holders. I want to say hi to Mr. Dingia. He's the one that helped build the Novoverse that I'm streaming all this in. And very, very similar to his growth model is he tries to get out there, amplify about. And then all of a sudden, like people like, man, you make some cool stuff. How can I get in on this? Very similar to what you guys have been accomplishing. And since the last time I talked into this point where, you do have that. You figured out the agenda. You figured out how you're going to help your NFT holders profit a little bit, because that's important to it. Because think about it. Back in the day, it was CryptoPunks and everyone made derivatives underneath crypto. That created mini commerce for people to start their own companies. And then from there you have Bored Apes, and think of how many derivatives are underneath Bored Apes. Well, all those Bored Ape derivatives, what those people wanted to do is they level up to try to get a ape. So they made Cake Apes and Armageddon Apes and right on down the list. And now all those people who created, the artists who created that were fans of it, that couldn't afford it, now have the entry level to maybe a more expensive NFT, because more people are coming on, and it's about onboarding people. And you onboard people by adding through utility. You're creating utility through your social agenda. And what is the team experience here? All right. So I know you two, your experience with each other as being business partners, probably when the youngest came out of the womb, and you guys have just been brothers and business partners in all things. If it's trying to get the candies and sweets, or figuring out how to open up your holiday presents early, you guys have always probably been into it. But, larger picture outside of being a family, what is the team involved? Going from the arts, going from community, because I'll tell you right now, I wasn't planning to go live on this Monday because I didn't know how many people are actually going to be listening, because it's a day off in the States. But this is huge spaces for me. I have 215 people listening right now. So thank you. This helps me a ton with what I'm trying to accomplish, getting a better algorithm to get people on board this space and awesome projects. But it's not about me. You guys are part of my community. So my team experiences the aggregation of people like you guys that have awesome teams brought in us. So talk about the team here a little bit. Who do you?
Yeah, so the base for every successful company is the team eventually. And we are not doing this alone. We have a great team. I will talk a little bit about, the experience, my experience in the last 10 years. I'm dealing with e-commerce businesses, platform development, startups, and our team is very diverse. We have extensive experience in building communities. One of the biggest body positivity communities in the world that called Plus PPL. This is a community that we built 3 years ago, and this is the place where we started. This amazing community has more than 100 million brand awareness worldwide, and we want to take, we wanted to take the thing of body positivity and bring it to Web3, and this is how Bopoverse was born. We have extensive experience in branding and opening brands. Also in e-commerce. Yeah. And in e-commerce, we have extensive experience in building marketplaces and technologies. So we bring all the experience to our project. And I'm investor of NFTs and crypto for the last 3 years. So I'm very involved in the industry. I always know what is new, what is going to be, what is not working. That is very important to know, to do not make mistakes. And we have, Matan, that is the VP marketing.
I have a crazy story about what you said, Idan, about the fact that the crypto industry that for 3 years. When Idan came to me and talked about it, 3 years ago, nobody know really much about the industry. Only few people that are really digging in the industry and investments. And it just took a course, just bought a course online and just learn it like less than a week, how the blockchain works, and then it just came to me with conclusions and started teaching me. It was crazy.
I have a similar upbringing where I was in cryptocurrency for a while. I knew what Bitcoin was. I didn't want to spend any Bitcoin, a bunch of it, but so I didn't want to spend any Satoshis because I didn't even own a full Bitcoin on pizza. I knew that. And then I started into Ethereum. And then I'm like, well, what do you spend your Ethereum on? And then my coworker says, hey, my buddy just sold this thing called a CryptoPunk, and it was an ape for $30,000. And that was in early 2020. And like, think of getting an ape for like 30 G's now, like a CryptoPunk. And you'd be like, oh my gosh. And I saw that. I'm like, that's cool. I like the collectability of it. I thought it was very neat. And then I hopped into a Discord. I knew nothing about this. I didn't even know my own computer. So like, it was like CryptoPunks. You had 2 buttons to click. You can either read an article about how they're in the New York Times, or you can go on their Discord. And I got on Discord on my phone. Didn't even know what a Discord was. And it was Pranks. Tony Haddad, Claire Silver, and then it's the same thing like you're talking about, Matan. Is this like, well, what is this? And they're like, well, this is the MetaMask wallet. Don't give anyone seed. don't do this, don't do that. And like, none of this is financial advice, but like, this is a cool community. And I realized how freaking smart these people were. And they were like absolutely brilliant, like tenfold smarter than I was. I was a kindergarten physical education teacher. So my span was like teaching kids how to tie their shoes and, making sure that they go to first base.
This is very important also.
Basic thing, just different worlds. But they were like rewriting code on chain that was making systematic change. And I knew that was something I wanted to invest more time in. And I turned into a DGen at night and I just soaked it all in. And it was honestly like taking a second set of like courses in college, but just like an organic course.
It's better than college, man. In college,
that's amazing, bro. That's amazing story.
It's
they're teaching you in college.
It's like street IQ, but the streets were like the streets of Discord and the information highway of the internet, so it was like a different degree of education. And like, man, I didn't know
Jack saying everything is virtual. People are saying everything is virtual and no connections, but I think in Web3 everything is connections, because you get to know more people in a way that you can't do it in real life.
You got the links to the blockchain.
In real life. I can't speak with you.
And that's the thing, is the connectability that we can do that, where I can talk to Mr. Dingia when he's like 3 a.m, and I can talk to you guys where it's almost approaching 6 p.m. now. And, we're waking up people on the left coast at 8 a.m, and the sun's probably rising on the left coast of California, and people on the East Coast are maybe going out for their morning lunch bagels or whatever it is. The team experience, I pulled it up on your guys' website. They all are out there, and those are team members. Do you maybe want to do some shout outs for team people and spaces right now, because everyone likes to have heard and be heard? And then the artist with was David on last time? I can't remember if he was on the show last time, but the artist behind this as well, maybe a little reps on what they're doing.
David is a shy guy. He's really shy. I don't know why.
David very shy. He's a Spanish guy. He's very a talented person. He and Sean created all the figures. I remember the early days when we met and we thought about, how the avatar will look like. It was a great journey, and I really like the last, the art that they are created, because I'm seeing the long term. I'm the CEO, and I'm not seeing for tomorrow. I'm seeing 1-2 years ahead, because it's very important for the company. And I think the art are going to be very huge thing in our project. And I think every owner is going to be very happy, because the art look amazing. A lot of projects are promising that the NFT will look great, and after the reveal, it's look like shit. Sorry for the word, but in our situation, everything is going to look fine, and they did a great job. I want to talk also, Novo, about the legal side and the issue of the legal side of the NFT world and the crypto world. We have a big legal team, big firm here in Tel Aviv that is taking care for all of the things, of the intellectual property in Web3, and how we will move forward with our token, with our special opportunities that we are going to bring the community. So every step is very calculated, and we are looking on the regulations and stuff like this, because we don't want that anything will happen to the project or to the holders. And this is something very, very important for every company today to do. So this is something that we take a look. And I can tell you that after the mint, we are going to recruit more team members to our company, and we're going to grow very fast, because we want to achieve 2 major goals that we put to ourselves. And one is the comic book that we need to produce, and the second one is developing the technology, the marketplace, and the DAO of Bopoverse. So these two things is going to be the focus after the mint, and I promise you that we will deliver. When you're talking about roadmaps and putting a lot of things, eventually you need to execute. And we are a company that focus on two things, and we're going to accomplish them very, very soon. So stay tuned, guys. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah. September 8th.
I just started something. I'm
In
dropping
September 8th.
live
Yeah,
business
bro.
meeting in your guys DMs. I just dropped you an idea for comic books, so we can keep that in-house for now. We can talk about it in the green room after the show, but the DM I just dropped into has due to relate to comic books. I don't know where you're at in the process, so I don't want to bring it up live and waste everyone's time with it, but it could be an additional component to it. And I liked, and I'm going to reach back to the legality aspect of it, because that is a huge point of it. Zevi G and Andre Y for your legal advisors. That is a huge aspect of it. And it's important for the people listening at home to know that the foundation that has been established within this group already. And, people might naysay, well, why the minting cost? Why the minting price? Well, because they have a team, and the team needs to make sure things are organized and set up, rather than doing half of the minting price of what you think is fair. And then you, like you said, get a pile of emoji crap on in your NFT wallet and a skeleton in your OpenSea account that you want to hide. So know what you're getting into, know what you're doing. I know you guys have been an open book as far as communicating, reaching out, looping back in with me. I've been a busy bee.
Always.
And you guys have been uber patient with me too. Like, hey, Novo, like, we got the minting day come up, and I'm like, I don't know if I can really go Monday, because selfishly, I just didn't know how many people are going to listen.
Thank you, man.
I thought it was going to be like us three enjoying a cup of coffee in the morning, though I drink water.
Be fun also,
I can tell you, Novo, that every week we are growing, and we have a show every Wednesday that we are doing, and a lot of people are joining.
Bopoverse show.
And we're going to maintain this. Yes, the Bopoverse show, and we're going to maintain this forever. So you can join every Wednesday also, man. To our spaces, you're welcome. 6 is coming a lot.
Bopoverse show, just because all I really need is an RTML code, and then I can give you my Restream code. And whatever, we can figure something out, and you guys can just have access to Restream, and do the same thing, and people can go into Decentraland if they, maybe some people don't have access to Twitter, and so people they use a VPN. None of this, don't do this if you can't do this, but some people use VPNs just to go into DCL and listen to spaces on Twitter, because they don't have access to Twitter, and they don't have access to internet. But they can hop into using a MetaMask wallet into Decentraland and listen to all this. So it is a way to maybe reach people that don't have open communication globally. Also globally here, I had a good friend, IRL or URL. Man, I haven't seen you in a while because of the time difference, but you're right. Time zones aren't a thing anymore in the NFT space, in the metaverse. Right. Because all this stuff is recorded, all this stuff can be figured out, all this stuff can be tracked down and found, and you can also listen to it live. Speaking of live, props for you guys for not having huge bags underneath your eyes. Like I degen, I don't sleep much because I just like to be active, so I put my big shades on. I don't have to do my hair. I did shave this morning because I was giving my kids kisses and they didn't like the whiskers, so I did shave this morning. But live action, props to you guys for taking care of yourselves, because I generally talk to projects right before mint time. And it's just like, yeah, I slept 3 hours in the last week, because they're building these communities. But you guys have the mint coming. Check the top pinned tweets up there, 4 days remaining to the minting. You can go on my tweets and get one of the 77 mint spots that are available.
Come on, guys! You can join on the link of CryptoNovo on the page. You have pre-mint page. We release 77 last spots for the whitelist, so you can join very easily. CryptoNovo is giving you the opportunity, guys, and.
You're blowing up. You're on the phone. People are probably saying you're on TV. Go ahead, answer that phone if you got it. I can put you on mute. Matan can talk a little bit if you got to answer that. So what are the plans? Wait, hold on, let me read the question properly. I was going to say, what are the plans for the mint? So you want to talk about the mint first and how get people in Discord, get people on pre-mint, and then maybe talk about the plan shortly after mint, so people know what to expect.
So actually, right now we have more than 20,000 people signed up to the pre-mint, and we're going to open the mint. We will see if
Wait a second. You said 20,000 on pre-mint already?
Yeah, we have 20,000. Our campaign is working. Yeah, man, it's huge. Because of this, we released the 77 spots for you, man. Because it's very difficult, to choose from 20,000. There is a raffle, but it's much more easy for your followers to join and mint. The mint will be in the 8th of September, this Thursday, 11 a.m. East, EST, and 8 a.m. PST, Pacific time, 3 p.m. UTC. These are the times. Everything is on the pre-mint page. You can join very easily, guys. People that are listening right now, you have the opportunity. CryptoNovo is giving you 77 last spots to win. In 7 of September, we're going to choose the winner in the raffle of the whitelist spots. After 45 minutes, it will open to public. And we are doing this because of Gas Wars. We want that the people will have fun minting, and we want them to be, happy eventually. We always thinking about the user experience when we are planning things, because it's very important. If I come to mint and I see things that I don't like, I'm starting to feel very, angry. So I don't want that happen in our mint, guys. 8th of September, 11 a.m. East, 8 a.m. Pacific time. Very convenient hours, guys. You have the link on CryptoNovo page, and you have the opportunity to mint 3 NFTs per wallet. So this is an amazing opportunity for you guys and for all of the community. And I know that there is money, and it's okay. We are here to make also money alongside.
Up at the top on the pinned tweets up there, you have everything you need to know if you need to get into, first of all, it's streaming live on Oppoverse. What we're listening to is streaming live. The second one over is the link that you can get into the upcoming mint on September of the 8th. And you can get on in the pre-mint, the whitelist spots there. Also on the top is the other ways that you can get in there with time remaining with 4 days. Free wearables up there. You need a free Oppoverse. You get up there. You have multiple things layered on there. Those wearables were made by Mr. Dingia. Bear Brains, welcome, my friend. Good to have you listening. Jay, thank you for also listening. Forever Punks, awesome. They have a cool thing going on with their punks as well. If you need to track down who owns what punks, you can look there on Forever Punks. Thank you for listening in. Dan, hold on a second. I'll get you looped back in. Hello, my friend. Sorry. I was actually giving shout outs. I saw you trying to loop in there. But I have tons
Novo, you can come. Matan, give Novo access in our Discord to talk with our community. If you want to drop them his cool outfit in the Central Land. So Novo, you can use our Discord to
thank you.
Promote.
I got timed out yesterday because I was actually shilling the Today Show and I didn't read all the rules. So I get it. I get timed out because I was giving some retweets in there, so I couldn't get in there and do it. Another thing that we can do is we can open up a video chat within your guys' Discord. So that video chat, what it does, everyone that's listening on Spaces can now go in the video chat. They can live interact with us. We can screen share that, and they can ask all the questions they want. They can shill the project. And we've been doing it with other NFT projects. And the best time to do it, maybe put this in your notes for a live business meeting, is when you have the reveal of attributes. Because then now people can talk about the attributes, see what they like, they don't like, talk about the traits of the attributes. Who has the alien, ape, and zombie, the really rare attributes that they have on it, you know?
Yeah, man. You can DM Matan. You can open a group. You can take care of it, of course.
I will take care. I
Always
just
here
write
for
it.
innovation.
I will talk with my team, with our Discord team, and then I will give you an update what we're going to do. Okay?
That would be beautiful, and it's and your guys' pace. Like I'd love, and it's kind of like a Discord takeover. I've done it in my Discord, but I like taking over other groups' Discords, and then all of a sudden they're like, "What's this?" And it's added access. And then if it's looped on your Wednesday shows, like why not? You have the audience there. We loop it in on the Wednesday shows. We drop a link so they can watch it in live in Decentraland. They got some wearables in Decentraland. They can start running around in Decentraland. And then maybe we can talk to Mr. Maybe we can talk to Mr. Dingia and format, what the how the Mepoverse gets some wearables in Decentraland. Because the wearables I create was about $500, $1,000. And you get to make 10,000 of them. And I just give them away for free. And here you go. It gives them another platform. So we could do stuff like that. Multiple things here, but it's not about me. It's about us. That's why I appreciate you guys always extending the olive branch towards the Crypto Novo community and the Novoverse. Talk about the utility of the community. Can you tell us what variety of community members will be a part of this ecosystem? So we're talking about like the diversification of global things that we're seeing here with multiple time frames listening in today. Mr. Dingia from his home country in India, from you guys, right around the Mediterranean, from the Midwest here, from Nate in the States as well. Forever Punks, I think that's Europe as well. Right on down the list. I mean, we could be global. We can have someone honestly in every single time zone.
We will be global.
Yeah.
Right.
You guys are global. You are. You guys are, and your guys' NFTs are, going to be that global brand that people are going to be able to see that's out there because it incorporates everyone. So, talk about that connectivity to having the wide variety of community members with already established in your ecosystem. But like you're saying, it's like a snowball effect. You get it out there, you get the comic books going out there, and then all of a sudden it's just like, now you're bringing comic book readers. Now you're bringing in apparel.
It's a machine. Mopoverse is a machine, and eventually we have this side of the machine when we produce content and cultural assets, and we have the second side, the community. And you can see on our logo that in the center there is a person raising his hand, and this is symbolized the community. The heart of Mopoverse is the community, and the members in our community will be community members. Variety of community members that are part from a lot of ecosystems like gaming entrepreneurs. People that handle big companies in gaming are going to be part of it. Celebs and athletes that they have diversity of fans, and they want to show them that they support body positivity. If you are skinny, if you are tall, if you are short, if you are fat, whatever you are, they are going to support and be part of the holders. We are going to have C-levels from VCs that are going to contribute a lot for the community. As entrepreneurs, we are always looking for new opportunities to bring new products to the world. Meanwhile, doing business with quality people. So Mopoverse will deliver this to you guys. We have crypto leaders from, big blue chip projects. For example, you, Crypto Novo, you're one of the industry leaders. You are speaking in NFT NYC. Everybody knows you in the industry. So this is a good example right now. We will have marketing people, with PR agency that will bring a lot of value. We will have lectures from universities, doctors of the field of entrepreneurship, and we will have blockchain experts also. And I think that we're going to have also musicians inside our ecosystem. And when the Bopoverse is growing every day, I think more people will come in, and eventually all of this community, all of these people will eventually meet up in digital events that we are going to make, and our big party that you can vote in our pool channel, in our Discord, where you want the party will be. And I think beside what the digital assets give you in the intellectual property and the technology that we are developing, the community is, for me, is the most important thing, because we can grow together. You know, I saw a nice video of a big trampoline that one person is trying to bounce on the trampoline and to fly higher. He succeeded. But when 6 people stood around and one people was in the center, the 6 people jumped and flew the people in the center to the sky. It was much more powerful than the person that was alone. So this is what the community will bring to the holders, and I believe it's going to be amazing for all of us.
Sick. One person on a trampoline can maybe get slam dunk a basketball. Jumping on a trampoline can get you a sky. You get the 22,000 Twitter followers jumping on this, you're going to get this thing to the moon. And that's what we're going to do, is get this thing to the moon. And it is a snowball effect. And it does take not only the community that you have established as far as the core member of your team, but the community members that are awaiting this NFT project that you guys have built. Anyone could put it out there. When I last spoke with you guys were extremely eager to get an NFT project out there. You did your due diligence. You filled in your roadmap. You accomplished your roadmap. You filled out your road, and now you guys are, time for the fun stuff, at least from the community members aspect, where they get to actually see the assets, get the assets into their wallet, see that metadata, and then start having fun with that utility. And all that utility comes from your guys' experience and what you're trying to accomplish within this space. From that, you guys are aggregating friends and friendship circles where add on and add on and add on, like you're saying.
Exactly.
Video game developers, semi-famous people from sporting industry. I'm not going to say I myself as an influencer, but I'm going to say that Mr. Dingia built a pretty awesome castle as far as the Novoverse is concerned, so people can project and display their NFT projects properly, safely, and have fun with it. So all those add up to larger pictures that we are all in this together, and we all are having fun in this, and we got to continue having.
Exactly.
I'm going to wind it down so I can start spending time with my friends and family upstairs, because it sounds like they're just getting back from pulling up dose or something, because it seems like they're on sugar highs or something. But I don't want to cut you guys off by any means. We still got a couple here.
We have another space in 15 minutes with another friend. So we are going to, all of this week is Twitter Spaces, and we are talking about the project. So
we're feeling like rappers.
You guys got to keep it going, and you got to keep it going and keep it rocking out. The Novoverse always has a space for you guys, all your alien, ape, and zombie. Again, if you're just tuning in, or if you tune in for a while, take a second, look at the top. You can see all the pinned tweets that we put in there. One has a white list for this particular event that is going to be happening in just a few days. You can also get free wearables if you need skills. Any questions, feel free to reach out. I mean, they are an open book. They have a big team. Any questions for me, reach out. I want to loop back in once the dust settles and you guys get some attributes going, and maybe a week from Wednesday, hop in on it. But I'm going to be keeping tabs on you guys, retweeting stuff, this and that. Man, you guys keep on spreading.
Awesome.
I always go into the sense of like, we are the guardiancy, and we need to protect it ourselves. We need to knock out the naysayers and launch our friends to the moon through through trampolines, with all of us jumping at the same time or proper time to get our friend up there in the space, because we do have an opportunity to create systematic change. And you guys have done that and have been driving that narrative for a while. So I love it. Keep in touch.
We appreciate your words, man.
Get into the next spaces with these guys. Just hop on. Just tune in for the next 3 days of what they're doing. They're driving it hard.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank
We
you, Tom,
appreciate it. Thank
for
you.
the opportunity.
Thank you, everyone.
I want to repeat for all the listeners. We are minting in 8th of September East. You can see all the details in Crypto Novo pin. You can sign up. We are giving 77 spots here, and open your doors for our project. This is
Support
something
us,
that is very generous from you, man. I want to, and I want to say to you, thank you from the bottom of my heart, and of course that we will come again and talk very, very soon, man. So I appreciate it. Thank you.
Always.
Thank you, guys.
We have a little outro music here. This outro music is made by at I am 6. He wants to turn it in.
Bro, 6.
We're just gonna let it play again. It's 90 seconds, and then we'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Peace.
We are in the Novoverse. Novoverse. We are in the Novoverse. Novoverse. We in the Novoverse. We in the Novoverse. We in the Novoverse. In the Novoverse. It's lit in the Novoverse. In the Novoverse. NFTs in the Novoverse. The Novoverse. We are in the Novoverse. Novoverse.
Thanks again, Alan. Guys, I appreciate it.
it.
All my aliens, apes, and zombies that are listening. Monster Monday. Let's rock this week. We got some minting coming out on the 8th. It's 11 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Pacific in the morning. We're going to be rocking it. Thanks again. All my aliens, apes, and zombies. This is Crypto Novo. I'm saying stay positive and love life. Peace.
Thank you, bro. Bye-bye.
Loved it.